Muli Bwanji San Luis Obispo, or in Chitambuca, Muli Uli. My name is Devin Ripner. I'm a Peace Corps volunteer in Malawi currently. I'm from San Luis Obispo. I was raised there. I went to high school at San Luis Obispo High School. Played tennis there with Ken Pete. Had a really good time. So after finishing high school, I went to college. And after college, I decided it was time to join the United States Peace Corps. In that role, I was sent to Malawi and was provided a few months of training in language and culture. And then I was shipped north to Rumpi. It's the third most northern district in Malawi, and the language there is Chitambuca. It's slightly different than the national language of Chichewa. I'm sure that Nepal knows Chichewa very well. I do not, but I do speak Chitambuca very well. In my capacity in the village that I'm living in, which is Kempenda, I've done a variety of projects. Most of them deal with agriculture, but a variety of projects. I have written grants to USAID to buy treadle pumps for dry season farming. I have raised money to build a mushroom house so that people can farm mushrooms in the area. I've helped with beekeeping. I have worked with HIV/AIDS groups to try to promote high-protein foods such as soybeans, beans, and groundnuts, peanuts. And so, after having served almost 2 years there, I have currently been working on a project to build a primary school in the village of Kalakalaka. The Village Development Committee, the VDC, first approached me to help them build a primary school in the area in early 2009. I mulled the idea over for a while and then decided that it would be a very worthwhile thing to do. Kalakalaka is a village about 6 kilometers south of where I'm living in Kempenda. Right now there are about 1,000 families that live there, but it's growing very rapidly. It's the area around it is flat. The soil is very fertile, and it's perfect for farming maize and tobacco, which are the two biggest crops in Rumpi West, which is where I live. Because of that fact, many families are moving there. They're coming from southern and central Malawi, which has the highest population density, and moving into my area. Currently, there is not a primary school there. The two primary schools are, one is 6 kilometers to the north in Kempenda, and one is about 6.5 kilometers south in Lusani. Normally, this wouldn't be a problem, at least in the States. We have school buses, we have rain gear, we have rain boots that you can wear, rain jackets, umbrellas. But in Malawi, it's a little bit more difficult than that. There are no school buses. There are rain jackets, but they tend to be very expensive. There are umbrellas, but again, they're very expensive, and you would not give them to a 5-year-old to carry around. They're worth too much. So students frequently have to walk through the rain to get to school. They walk about 6 kilometers up a dirt road that turns into a mud pool during the rainy season. They usually only have one pair of shoes. They only have one set of school clothes, and if they get them dirty on their way to school, they will not be allowed to participate in school. Which, needless to say, is a big problem. It's almost a race to get to school. You have to get to school before it starts raining so hard that the road will turn so muddy that you will get covered in mud. If you show up to school in that condition, you will be immediately sent home. So the VDC was concerned about that. They were worried that their children were not being able to go to school frequently enough, and it is a big problem in Malawi. Besides that, the VDC was very worried that children as young as 5 were walking along this road north to Kempenda or south to Lusani. And this road, even though it is a dirt road, is a major thoroughfare for agricultural transport companies. They carry tobacco, they carry maize, they carry a variety of different things, but these trucks are often very overloaded, and they flip over, they skid out of control. You often see them lying broken down by the side of the road, and they do hit children sometimes, and the village was tired of being worried about their kids being on this road, being exposed to these dangers. And so it's been a big problem for them, and they want to change their school setup. I'm going to pause really quick. I'll keep going in a little bit. You guys want to chill out? It's not going to come after you if you just stand still.
That's fine. I'm just moving right out of the way.
Yeah, just stand still. It will move around you, in fact. Okay, so I know we're editing this,
Yeah.
so it's okay. So, as I was saying, the VDC was tired of exposing their children to the dangers of the road, and they were tired of having their children have to walk out into the rain. And another big problem is that it takes children about an hour and a half to walk that 6 kilometers. So it's an hour and a half in the morning.
You walk that way, it'll follow you. This is what we are concerned about.
Okay, so needless to say, after experiences with children getting hit by cars and children just not being able to go to school because of the condition that they're in, the VDC really wants to have a school in their village. To that end, they've built about 100,000 bricks. They've started gathering sand. They'll be digging out the foundation. They'll be clearing the school grounds of trees. They'll be taking out the roots of the trees, burning them out of the ground so that they won't interfere with construction. They'll be taking out the anthills, the termite mounds. They'll be taking out everything. So those are things they can do on their own. What they can't do is buy cement, buy iron sheets, buy paint, buy planks. So that's where you come in. We need donors for this project, and we're hoping that you would be willing to oblige us. I've talked to Napul's father, Ramesh, in Lilongwe, and he's setting me up with the Mizuzu Rotary Club so that I can start working with them. And hopefully between the Mizuzu Rotary Club and the San Luis Obispo Rotary Club, we can find some money to help get this project going. This project is for young kids. It's going to be a junior primary school, so that means it will be for children between the ages of 5 and 8 years old. So just remember that. It's just to help out some really cool, really nice little kids. They're just like kids in America. They just have a little bit less money, but they still want to learn. Thank you very much. And that's why I keep looking up.